This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Franny's Pharmacy.
Now more than ever, it's important that our society focuses more on our mental and physical health. At Franny's Pharmacy, the team is committed to their community's need of being happy, healthy, and stress-free. Come learn how Franny's Pharmacy can assist you in a clean, professional environment with their expert bud tenders that are excited to educate you about the benefits of their lab-tested, DEA-certified CBD products. Franny's Pharmacy also offers wholesale and franchise opportunities. Visit their website at frannysPharmacy.com, and that's pharmacy with an F, and use the promo code CannaConnect10 for an exclusive Cannabinoid Connect discount. Again, that's Franny's Pharmacy with an F.com and use the promo code CannaConnect10 for an exclusive Cannabinoid Connect discount. Franny's Pharmacy, putting the farm back into pharmacy.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Canna Health.
Hey cannabis consumers, have you ever consumed a cannabis product thinking it'll make you feel a certain way, but then it doesn't? Don't you wish you had a clear understanding of your own DNA so that you could make informed decisions about what type of cannabis products interact best with your system? Well, now you can with EndoDNA. EndoDNA is a simple DNA test that maps your entire endocannabinoid system and then matches that summary with a specific cannabinoid ratio and terpene profile that best aligns with your unique genotype. Imagine being armed with personal information when visiting a dispensary. You'll have the knowledge and power and capability to purchase products that best align with your genotype. Visit their website to purchase the EndoDNA Collection Kit and Endo Decoded Report at endodna.com/products and use the promo code CONNECT15 for a 20% discount. Again, that's endodna.com/products and use the promo code CONNECT15 for a 20% discount. The future of cannabinoid therapeutics is here with EndoDNA. Cory and Elizabeth, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you doing?
Fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you both so much for coming on and spending some time with me in the audience today to talk about the gift wellness.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it. We're excited to talk to you tonight.
Awesome. Well, let's first kick this conversation off, paint the picture and let everybody know, both y'all's background. So, what has been your kind of start and what led you to this journey that you're at today? Cory, you being the CEO, and Elizabeth, you being the COO of the company.
My background has always been in total health and wellness. That's what we all about. All my years of being in fitness franchising for some of the top big franchise names in the country. Traveling from the East Coast and back, lapping the country, just opening franchises. Hopefully to be able to just always explore the life of fitness and wellness. That's what I did from 2000 all the way up to 2015. Then I just did some personal training for the last 4 or 5 years because I always know I wanted to start my own business in total wellness. We didn't know how that was going to all formulate and how that was going to come about. Then we got into the 420 space in DC. And then the CBD part of it just manifested off of accidents and tragedy, to be honest with you. We lost our dog, Nala, to cancer. And
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we sorry to hear it too. But she was a definite blessing. And then I slipped on some ice in February of 2018 and 2018, I slipped on some ice and messed my back up. It was a wreck. And from that point on, we established getting into CBD products because Liz created a balm to put on my back because I couldn't get up off the ground for 3 weeks. And
wow,
now we added some drops to her tumor on her lip and it went away. So, coming from 420 all my life, and then all of a sudden we into the other side of the plant, I wasn't always sold on that. I was sold more on the 420 side. And then next I realized the healing products, the healing side of the plant. And I was like, wait a minute, we got something here. And then we got into this being hobbyists and making it in our commercial kitchen. And then it spawned into a bigger blessing for us, so to speak. So that's my side of it. But we both have corporate backgrounds. She's going to explain her side more. So we look at more things, just like how Curaleaf is building their brand. It's a major corporation. It's very important in pioneering throughout the East Coast as far as their growth and bringing the 420 project to the world. So that's just me in a nutshell. So
Love it, man. No, I want to revisit some of those points that you made, but I do want to give Elizabeth the chance. Yeah, go ahead, Elizabeth. Why don't you tell us your background?
Sure. So my background, as Cory mentioned, was in finance, actually. I was working for Marriott corporate headquarters for a few years. And before that, I was an auditor. I used to audit a lot of nonprofits. So I bring a lot of that experience, but that also, I bring a lot of personal experience from that too, the stress of corporate life. As wonderful as those jobs were, there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. And you tend to somewhat put your self-care aside. So I came at cannabis a little bit later in life when I realized that how much it was helping me sleep. It was helping me personally with depression and things that, I have now, I don't want to say overcome, because a lot of things are, something that you always have to be mindful of, taking care of yourself and minding your mental health and your physical health. But it helped me to break through some things through cannabis. And it really made me want to dive in deeper into all the healing properties, like Cory mentioned. I started learning how much was actually in the cannabis plant as far as cannabinoids and terpenes and amino acids. And there's actually up to 545 different chemical compounds in the cannabis plant. So that really led me to want to do more. And I knew that I wanted to do something on my own, starting a business or something. I didn't necessarily see the path. And then when Cory and I met, it was sort of serendipity, and we just instantly went right into it. I mean, we got to work within like a month of meeting each other, and our relationship has grown as friends and as businesses, and our business has grown alongside of that. So like you said, we really started with the 420 friendly art gallery in DC, and we got to interact with a lot of customers there and talk to them, one-on-one about what their experience with cannabis was, and share some knowledge and really dive deep into it, and also test out some products. So things just really grew from there, having that, face-to-face experience. And then we really saw the opportunities were there on the CBD and the hemp side of things. So we during the pandemic, we decided, hey, we're going to go all in and get our manufacturing center. And it's just been a blessing ever since then. We kind of stepped out on really complete faith, but we've grown a lot since that point.
Yeah.
So lots happened in a few years, but we're really grateful.
Bottom line, CBD works. I don't care.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, I'm with you, Cory. I'm totally with you. And I've experienced what you experienced, that light bulb moment where, for athletic recovery or after your workout, where you have a sore spot, right? Or you're feeling inflammation, and you put that balm on and you're like sudden relief. And I mean, and it sounded like you had really severe back pain from that accident. So
he was laid up for 3 weeks.
Being though that, being a guy that plays athletics, car accidents, there's certain things that the wear and tear on your body, you sometimes, us as people, we don't understand wear and tear on our body. And then when something happens to you, you're like, wait a minute, you see that you can't walk for 3 weeks. And now all of a sudden, okay, some things you just take total advantage of. But the CBD, after being in fitness for over 30 years, nothing against any recovery drinks, any of all the stuff that they have in the vitamin shop, no disrespect at all. But to tell you the truth, there's no better recovery than CBD to me, with all the different products that I've tried throughout my 30 years in bodybuilding and all the years I've been in fitness. So I firmly believe that, I hope the government and everybody gets their act together, because this is a very precious plant that really needs to be exercised and put out there in the right context. That's just my personal opinion, health wise.
Yeah, no, I think anybody who is listening to this podcast, and especially myself who hosts it, agrees that this plant needs to be more accessible to people who need it. Even outside of all the great uses like athletic recovery, like we've talked about here, but even the patients that need it, right? So, the THC products, or whatever it is to deal with their ailments, better than what we're traditionally used to using to manage that pain or what have you. So I'm with you on that, Cory. Let's talk about the gift wellness. And from what I read, y'all were the recent recipient of Beyonce's Bay Good Foundation grant. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. They were wonderful. I mean, it was a totally unexpected blessing, but we applied, we told them about our experience in the cannabis industry and how difficult it was to get grants from other traditional sources, and funding is tight. And as there's a lack of diversity in certain areas of the cannabis industry, especially ownership. So it's really important to make sure that we have a really wide, diverse group of people who are actually making products and presenting products and running businesses, because everyone has valuable input with their life experiences. So we were just grateful that it came at a time that it really helped us grow, and it was a blessing just to see that people were valuing what we were doing.
The NAACP and Beyonce out of 20,000 candidates, I look at it as a total win. So we're very grateful and fortunate to be the recipients of that award. So
yep,
it's
Cory
a blessing.
just told the story, and they happen to like it, and we were grateful for it.
That's great. That's great to hear. No, absolutely. Any help, right? I mean, especially during these crazy times, is great. And I also read, I mean, I'm just kind of course, getting briefed when these episodes come on, and that is, y'all have this partnership with Curaleaf. I know that you mentioned the Curaleaf brand earlier, Cory, and talk about how big of a powerful MSO that they are right now. So why don't you?
Rooted in good, right here across the chest, man.
I was gonna say that's a cool T-shirt. I need to get one of those, man. But
yeah. Now Cory doesn't wear any other brands except ours. I can tell you that. So this is huge, because we really have had such a wonderful relationship with Curaleaf. I mean, starting even before we were accepted into their incubator program, we've had a relationship with some of their executives in the Rooted in Good team. Khadijah Treble, who is on the team, has been an advocate in the cannabis space in DC and the East Coast region, and really all over, for many years. So we've had a relationship with her, and then, just kind of did a blind application, to the program, not, speaking to anybody about it, but, because we had been in the community for a while and there was some knowledge of us, I'm sure through, different events and things that we had done, they welcomed us into the community. And we've been working with Tracy Brady, who is in the PR department and communications, and she's been really just a huge resource for us. She's given us a lot of confidence to put ourselves out there, having conversations like this. She's always pushed us to step out of our comfort zone. She's made some really wonderful introductions. And then she recently got us into, made some introductions that ultimately led us into the Reisterstown store in Curaleaf. So we've actually got our products there, just launched, and we're looking forward to growing all over Maryland and wherever, the road leads us.
Shout out to the roundtable, executive roundtable of Rooted in Good. Curaleaf.
Yeah, the whole team's been great. They share so many resources, not just Tracy and not just Khadijah, but the whole Rooted in Good team has been really wonderful with sharing resources.
That's so great. It's so great to have partnerships like that. It's, and built on the same principles foundation. And congratulations on your products, being featured in those Curaleaf stores. Let's talk about your products. I mean, I think that's a good segue. So tell us a little bit about your products, the formulations, what you talk about CBD, but maybe some other all natural ingredients that are included in them.
Sure. Yeah. All of our products are plant-based, and what our focus really is on whole plant products. And what that means is we like to savor as much of the original plant material as possible. So, we use in the THC world, they call it RSO or Rick Simpson oil, but in the hemp world, it's really more just crude. And what that is that, it's got all the chlorophylls, it's got all the amino acids, the lipids, the terpenes and the cannabinoids. Of course, you're getting full spectrum, but you're also getting chlorophyll, you're getting all of the plant nutrients. And we think that really makes a difference. I mean, our customers tell us all the time that our products just feel different from what they've experienced with other CBD brands. And that's why, we don't let the wind drive us every which way. We just stick to some products with really, really high quality. And as that grows, then we add more, but we stick to the same principles of using whole plant. Beyond that, we use things like arnica, black pepper oil. Our MCT oil is.
Don't give up too much.
I know, but customers like to know what they're using. Of course, our blends are proprietary, but we like to let people know why they're so good quality. Like our MCT oil is C8 caprylic oil. I don't know if have you ever heard of brain fuel?
No.
Well, it's basically a fatty acid that is really good for brain health. It's good for digestion. It's just some of those really healthy fatty acids, similar to what you'd see in coconut oil. These help with absorption. They help with brain functioning. Of course, no medical claims or anything
Sure.
like that, but we just
Sure.
want to make sure that we're using the highest quality ingredients.
Right.
Online, we just want to bring the whole side of that plant and not take anything away. We know there's so many distillates and things like that. Our motto is just being the truth of health and wellness, and that's what it's all about, bringing the full plant extract together.
No, I get that. You want to keep it all natural. And Cory, I mean, excuse me, y'all. Within your product formulation process, do you find yourself thinking about, the athletic side, the fitness side of it, and applying products to that world as well? I mean,
absolutely. Where we started out before we even made a whole product change of the packaging and the whole nine, we used to be in Fitness Evolution in Fort Meade, Maryland, and the owners would allow us to set up a table there for 3 hours 2 times a week. I use it as a full body application of like lotion. So it's a moisturizer for me after I get out of the shower, after I go to training. When I leave the gym, like I go there at 5:36 in the morning, I get out of there at 8, 9. When I get home, take a shower, get myself together to come to the office, I always have to put it all over my body. I recover so well at 50. I'll be 51 in March 29th. So
you look like you're 35.
Thank you, but that's because I always had the belief of being more natural in all things. I don't believe in everything that they put out there. I believe a lot of things is just naturally that needs to harmonize with your body. Everybody's DNA is different. Application of the product and applying the product is different. So I don't wake up super sore anymore. Every day I wake up, I feel good. I can get right back at it. I can get back at it 7 days a week, more than I did before. I was being hard-headed about this product, doing my old school things because these things wasn't really readily available to us. But the more we become more informative and be aggressive in how we explain it to the future customer, it's going to be very vital because it's been tabooed. The whole 420 industry has been tabooed on both sides of the fence for so long.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That stigma, it's still prevalent today. I mean, which is crazy enough. There's still people out there that completely reject the idea, but they're a small percentage. I mean, we've seen that 92% of Americans polled that they're in support of cannabis legalization or some sort of reform. So the tide's turning, slowly but surely.
Right. We just got to stay vigilant, and just keep being informative and being aggressive with our approach and making sure that we also giving the legislative people that have really no idea how this thing even goes together, incorporate a commission or something where they can be properly educated, so we can definitely expand our approach to the world on how we can help in health and wellness.
And I think there are some good organizations out there, like, that do a lot of the education of the legislators, independent of some of the corporations. They try and share as much, like Cannabis, they try and share as much knowledge as possible with a lot of legislators. So, we just got to keep all working together for the common good of basically freeing the plant and freeing, of course, the folks who are sitting in jail right now for that plant.
Yeah, the 40,000 people in prison. Absolutely. Right. I mean, while we talk about MSOs, Curaleaf, and other large MSOs who are operating legally in this country, those people are put in jail for the same things that they're doing right now, which is completely backwards. Right. So, no, it's good. I mean, I see that, you both are very passionate about the plan and doing the right thing when it comes to reform and leading with that social justice, front and center. I want to leave the floor with you, though. I mean, is there anything that's top of mind that you want to leave the audience with before we wrap up?
Just do the work with yourself when you're new to cannabis, or even if you're experienced with cannabis. Learn more about the plant. I encourage everybody to understand what makes up the healing properties of the plants. Some of the 545 different compounds. They can check out our website for some educational information. But I implore people to explore different products, different ways of interacting with cannabis, whether it's tinctures, edibles, different ways of experience. Cooking. And just try and respect the plant and learn what works best for you.
Mm-hmm. That's good advice.
And it's just our job to really push that type of education through health and wellness as companies. So to knock down any wall and any stereotype there is to prevent us from being illegal with banking. The banking situation is a tough situation. Wording certain things on Facebook and all these different, media outlets that we have, that we're not here to run an underground cart, situation. We just here to be a blessing to the world. And it's many good companies out there that are, doing their thing. So we just want to be a part of greatness. That's all in history.
Amen to that, Cory. I'm right there with you, my man. Well, I appreciate you both for sharing your insights and, giving us your time today. Where can people find y'all's website and social media if they want to learn more about the Gift Wellness?
Yeah, they can find us online at thegiftwellness.com, and on Instagram, we've actually got 2 pages because, as you know, Instagram, we're subject to having our page taken down. So you can find us at Completely Gifted and The Gift Wellness.
It's so funny you say that. It's almost like every cannabis account on Instagram has, and followed by backup in their bio, just to be safe. So it's ridiculous. One day those sales and marketing restrictions will change.
Yes, we're working towards it, hopefully soon.
Right on. Well, thank you guys so much again. And thank you all for listening.
Thanks, Kevin. Have a great night.
We want to thank you and Curaleaf for this opportunity to, to share our stories with you, and hope to have another great podcast with you down the road. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Love to have you guys back on as you continue to evolve and grow as a company.
Great. Thanks so much. Good luck with everything.
Thank you. And thank you all for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.